Okay? So, we proceed dun sa case nitong, kung wala na po dito, din po dito ang officials and board members of healthcare institutions na tinitingnan na may culpability dito sa kasong to, sa IRM. Kung okay na po yan, we proceed now to the next issue, IT and similar issues. Page 21, 4.1. So ito po yung mga kaso na nilagay niya, 4.1. If there are no questions, objections, we proceed now to recommendations na po. Again, based on the recommendations, hiwalay po dapat ang board at saka po yung ating executive. Meron pong violations na stipulated dito, particular yung RA 11127 or Registration of Payment System of Operators. So if we can kindly again separate the members of the board relative to the executive committee. Okay, next 5.1 perpetual succor. Page 25. So ito po, ang kaso dito, again, paglilinaw lang po dun sa ating mga kababayan, ito yung pag-reverse ng Court of Appeals decision na may penalty na hindi in-implement. And nakita natin dito may violation ng batas po dito. Again, filing of a case. Hiwalay din po natin yung board natin, including from the EXICOM. Hiwalay po natin to. In fact, para lang klaro, for the record, medyo naging unfair din naman talaga sa board dahil yung legal nila was telling the board at the time, sila Attorney Pucalan, if you recall, na kaya po yan nagkaroon tayo ng contempt at naipakulong natin dito dahil sinasabi niya sa board, pwedeng i-reverse ang decision. So having said that, proceed to coordinate 5.2, page 2. Ang kaso po na ito, ang compromise agreement. From 240 million, nagkaroon ng compromise agreement based on the arbitration of the court na 70 million pesos. So 170 million pesos ang nawalang pondo batay dito sa kasong ito. At kasama rin po dito, again, ihiwalay natin ang board of directors and yung EXICOM. Pero kasama dito yung HMI as part of the case. Page 31. Ang kaso lang po natin dito ay syndicated sa staffa. If I may, dapat po dito ilagay din natin yung kaso ng plunder. Pag-aralan ang pag-file ng plunder case batay sa pondong nawala na 170 million pesos. So ito po documented, nasa PhilHealth po yan, documented sa court, makikita po natin yan, and very clear po dito. Medina General Hospital. Page 32. Okay, page 32. Ang recommendation din po dito, is the same as the recommendations on perpetual succor. May violation ng Code of Conduct of Public Officials, the Graft and Corrupt Practices Law, and the violation of the Charter of PhilHealth. Kung wala pong objection, we proceed. Accenture case, 5.4, page 34. To the members, kung meron po kayong gustong balikan at any time, wala akong problema. Okay, before we discuss the Accenture, Honorable Kimbos recognized.
Mr. Chair, may pahabol lang po si Kong Janet Garin dahil hindi daw siya marinig. Pwede daw balikan ang IRM. Meron siyang proposed amendment which is that the justification of utilization of the funds should be based on actual utilization because there are certain sectors na hindi naman dapat chargeable to PhilHealth ang kanilang COVID testing halimbawa or hospitalization. For example, under Bayanihan 1. Kasama po dyan yung mga frontliners natin, pati yung swabbers, no? So based on Bayanihan 1, hindi dapat chargeable to PhilHealth. So kung pwede daw isama yon as an amendment doon po sa section on IRM.
There is a proposal by the Honorable Senior Deputy Minority Floor Leader. Kung wala naman pong objection, tingin ko naman po, tama naman din po yung amendment niya. So we will adopt, COMSEC. Kindly note the amendment of the Senior Deputy Minority Floor Leader. Deputy Speaker Fernandez.
No, I was about to second the motion, but it's okay.
Thank you, Honorable Fernandez. Accenture, 5.4. So ito po yung kaso naman na nagbayad yung Accenture at yung pondong dapat contribution ay nanakaw. So ang recommendation po dito, kung tingnan niyo po yung mga facts, klaro po yan. In the recommendation na sinabi dito, ang DOJ NBI ipursue yung kaso dito at dapat malaman natin paano nawala yung pondo, paano nanakaw, sinong responsable sa bangko. In this case, Metro Bank, Citibank was also involved. Doon nakuha yung manager's check and also the Accenture employee, including PhilHealth employees. So again, doon sa PhilHealth Board, iwalay po natin yung kasong to kasi nagkaroon ng compromise eh. Ang point lang naman dito sa compromise, ang sinasabi, bakit tayo biglang pumasok sa compromise? Hindi naman natin pondong nawala yun. It was a private transaction at that point na nanakaw, hindi po mapapasok yung pondo sa loob ng PhilHealth. 5.5, Goverment Dialysis and Laboratory Center. Ito po, malinaw yung facts dito. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa napafile yung mga kaso ukol dito, maging sa loob ng PhilHealth. And meron pong recommendation to file PhilHealth officials with a violation of RA 3019, which is the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Law. Again, 3019. Again, meron din yung board dito. Siguro yung ihiwalay din po natin from the Exicom. 5.6, Bibron Avitum and the Balanga Rural Bank. Ito po yung nawalang pondo ulit, katulad ng Accenture. So, if there's no debate, I think klaro din po naman, iwalay natin yung board and sa Exicom and to file the necessary case and to pursue the case for that matter kasi hindi naman po ito na pupursue kundi lang po natin na i-open ulit. So, dalawa po yan, Accenture, tsaka itong Bibron at tsaka yung Balanga Rural Bank. Okay, 5.7. Nung po tayo mag-hearing, ang sinabi nila magkakaroon ng amnesty. Hindi ho natapos tong board resolution na to at nagkataon naman nagkaroon na tayo ng hearing na panahon yun. I do not know if the board resolution was signed. At that time, sabi nila, pinapaikot pa rin po nila. So again, may case dapat dito ang Exicom in particular because alam niyo ho, itong, the total amount that is part of the amnesty, if I'm not mistaken, is ilan po ba? 68 billion pesos. lahat ng denied claims gusto lang ipasok sa amnesty, 68,000 po to, with an average of 10,000 per claim. So ito po yung nahinto ng ating komite during hearing natin. So again, iba po yung Exicom, although I don't think the board would be liable on this kasi hindi pa naman natapos nila. At tingin ko dito sa legal ng PhilHealth na naging problema. Next, Dr. Mark Dennis Mengita. Ito po yung kaso ni Congressman Kabatbat. So very clear po yung case ni Congressman Kabatbat. Clearly stipulated po yung nilagay niya ditong mga facts and basis for the case. Ang recommendation po dito, 20 counts violation of the revised penal code. Meron po PRC violation, plunder law, including the Anti-Money Laundering Act and the Charter of PhilHealth. Meron din po mga personalities involved in the filing of the case. Before we proceed to approve this, Honorable Kabatbat, would you like to say something?
No, Mr. Chair. Lahat naman ng kailangan sabihin nasa committee report na. So I hope our colleagues will also approve.
So thank you for that. Kung wala na po, we proceed to item 7. Ito na po yung kanina pinag-uusapan, Honorable Kimbo, yung Adverse Commission on Audit Annual Audit Reports from 2013 to 2018. Marami po nagtatanong bakit 2018 huminto. Kasi po yung 2018, dyan po huminto yung COA dahil sabi nila ayaw papasukin sa computerization. Pero this year, nakuha na naman natin during the budget deliberations, pero hindi ho natin naklaro talaga yung kaso dito. But in the statements of Dr. Pargas during the hearings, sinabi na po niya at that stage already, they're looking at 3 billion na mga overpayments. So at any rate, ito po yung 2013-2018 and the recommendations are very clear. Again, ito yung pumasok yung PhilHealth Board and the PhilHealth Board and some of the healthcare institutions. So if there are no questions on this, Honorable Stelly, you wanted to recommend earlier?
My earlier recommendation, Mr. Chair, was to include a review of the all case rate system, which I thought would be included in part 2. But if this is the more appropriate place, of course, I would withdraw my motion and just follow that suggestion.
Well, Honorable Kimbo, we can't, to emphasize your point, pwede natin ilagay sa parehong punto yun na calling for a review, and I agree with that. If there are no objections, we will put that in the report. At kasama po dito, mabigyan natin ng recommendation na magkaroon talaga ng audit report, third-party audit, besides COA, si Atty. Garan, hopefully mabigyan siya ng poder para magkaroon siya ng third-party audit. Magmula ng 2013 kasi puro random audit po yan eh. So dapat magkaroon ng mas malalim na pag-aaral. 7.1, ito po yung discrepancy sa collection. Kasi ang PhilHealth may accredited collecting agents, tapos meron po siyang mga accredited collecting agents, meron din po siyang tinatawag na PhilHealth agents receipts. Hindi po nagtutugma. For example, yung recorded collections, 33 billion, pero ang nandun sa Treasury Department, 55 billion. May discrepancy na 1.6 billion. So isa to sa mga nakita natin during the deliberations. Tapos yun nga, ang recommendation dito ay yung mga PhilHealth collecting agents, yung mga agent receipts at yung mga ay dapat kasuhan kung ano man nangyari, kung ano man ang pagkukulang dito sa ating pondo. Kasama din dito yung OFWs particular. Kasi di ba ang lumalabas from 1.6 billion, 1.8 billion ay 300 million na lang. So bumagsak na talaga. This was the case presented by the Honorable Fernandez. So ito po 7.2, ito yung kaso ni Honorable Abante. Yung accreditation fees dinistribute bilang allowance and bonuses. So klaro naman din po to, recorded po to sa COA, recorded din po to sa PhilHealth. And may recommendation din for filing of cases. Again, hiwalay po natin yung board member kasi nagkaroon ng approval yung board to the EXICOM. 7.3, competence and eligibility of PhilHealth executives and officials. So, klaro po yan, kailangan iayusin yung lalot ngayon na may pagkakataon si Atty. Dante Queran na talagang ayusin yung mga ang mga competence and eligibility posisyon ng bawat maging opisyalis ng PhilHealth.
Mr.
7.4, yes, Honorable Kimbo.
Pwede po bang idagdag dito na kung pwede sana makipagsangguni ang CSC sa Actuarial Society? Kasi ang isang problema din natin would be the competence required para po sa position ng actuary.
Duly noted, as stated by the Honorable Kimbo, kailangan din po natin talaga para maiayos natin yung mga studies on this. But just for the sake of argument, sana po hindi na rin talaga individual yung kunin ni Atty. Geran, but more so an established, let's say, actuarial company doing actuarial services for insurance companies para talaga magkaroon ng maayos na pag-aaral. Baka, as we have said and we have heard during the hearings, talaga pong magulo yung nagiging pondo ng PhilHealth at yung pag-aaral nila. 7.4, Chairman De La Rosa Bala, yung provision niya to share information to Congress, noted in this report, at batay din po rito, may censure tayong ginawa, fair warning to any future statements and actions coming from the Civil Service Commission. So, in conclusion, ito na po yung mga bawat case, may mga kaso po tayo, iba-ibang nature ng cases nila, at ito po naman ay ilalagak natin sa Department of Justice for further study unless there are other recommendations coming from this committee. So, very clear po yung mga conclusion natin from page 61 to page 64. There are several changes in this, particularly ito pong COA. Kasi nga, ang nakikita po natin dito sa COA na parang ang nangyari, tuloy-tuloy yung naging violation, hindi rin nahinto, given that there is an audit agency. So parang ang panawagan dito is to conduct a pre-audit on this matter. At any rate, it will be up to COA to look into this, but we are stating before them that there should be reform in handling PhilHealth. Kasi pagka tuloy-tuloy naman yung problema, tuloy-tuloy yung pagkawala ng pondo, magkakaroon tayo ng sitwasyon na katulad nito na naubos ang pondo ng PhilHealth. So if there are no questions, clarifications on the whole report, yun lang po, meron po tayo sa legislation, in-approve na natin yun dun sa OFW. Now, if there are no objections, yung po kay Congressman Stella na i-final at yung i-final po natin, yung PhilHealth Crisis Act to give emergency powers to the President, we hope that pagbigay natin ng poder sa ating Pangulo, batay sa approval ng committee nito at aprubahan ng plenaryo ng mababang kapulungan ng ating Kongreso, ay magkaroon ng sapat na poder ang ating Pangulo at ang Pangulo ng Presidente ng PhilHealth na talagang maisaayos, mabigyan siya ng sapat na poder para mag-hire, mag-fire, mag-reorganize, kunin ng sapat na tulong mula sa mga legal, actuarial, financial na pag-aaral sa PhilHealth. Kaya po natin ginawa to dahil sa sitwasyon ni Atty. Geran sa ngayon, wala siyang katulong. Wala siyang suporta na makukuha. And we hope that with this crisis, PhilHealth Crisis Act, it could be done. Ang isang tanong, can PhilHealth be privatized given this Crisis Act? Yes, if that is the direction of the President. Pwede bang semi-private na managed by private sector pero government pa rin? Yes, it can be done. So with that, if there are questions coming from other members.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Lazarate.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Generally, I'm agreeable with the joint committee report. But I have to state my reservation, especially on the last paragraph of the report, no, where there is a recommendation for outsourcing, no? Dahil sa tingin ko, Mr. Chair, ang problema talaga ay ang buong sistema ng PhilHealth, no? Outsourcing may just be transferring the problem to the private sector, no? And in fact will lead to privatization of PhilHealth probably. But this representation believes na hindi yon ang solusyon sa problema ng ating healthcare system sa buong bansa, no? Lalong-lalo na yung ating public healthcare system. So I'm just registering that reservation doon sa huling paragraph ng ating report, Mr. Chair, no? But I agree with the findings, especially the recommendation na sampahan ng kaso yung mga tiwaling opisyal, no? Dahil ito naman yung isang purpose ng inihain nating panukalang resolusyon. Salamat, Mr. Chair.
Salamat, Honorable Sarate. Honorable Sarate, for the record, I share yung iyong observation tungkol dito. Ang akin lamang, magkaroon ng flexibility ang ating gobyerno. In fact, kung meron mga outsourcing, sana sa ngayon, temporary ang magawa. Kunyari, actuarial. Nakita mo naman, Honorable Sarate, naging problema natin nung pinapakinggan natin yung actuarial. Sa tingin ko, kailangan talaga i-outsource muna. Temporarily, hindi permanently. So I agree with you. Yun lang sa batas na to at sa report para lang binibigyan natin ng flexibility temporarily yung PhilHealth. In the final act of the executive which will be submitted to Congress, for example po, napalakas na nila at sinabi nilang, let's say, privatize at pwede po tayong mag-object doon, pwede naman din po. Pero as of, for the meantime, nagkaroon lang po tayo ng flexibility call dito. But for the record, Honorable Sarate, pareho po tayo ng pananaw ukol dito sa isyong to. Honorable Kimbo?
Salamat, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So with that, if there are no objections to the bill, do I hear a motion?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, with all these tedious committee hearings that we have conducted for so many months, and also the technical working group that were created by this joint committee hearing, I move that we adopted this committee report. I so move, Mr. Chairman. Subject to the amendments that have been discussed a while ago. I so
Mr.
move,
Chairman.
Yes, Honorable.
Bagamat ako po ay may counting reservation doon po sa aking amendment na natalo kanina, ay sinusuportahan po itong committee report na dapat talagang sampahan ng kaso yung mga taong iniisip natin na nagkaroon ng problema, lalong-lalo na ito pong PhilHealth ay pera ng taong bayan na dapat iniingatan natin. At Mr. Chairman, I second the motion of Deputy Speaker Fernandez.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, with the motion of the Honorable Fernandez, kasama po sa motion na yan, ang binanggit ni Honorable Fernandez na subject to style, no? Subject to style, not on substance, ay integrate natin yung mga suggestions. Ang legislation po na inaipasok dito is number 1, yung OFW, number 2, yung pagtanggal natin ng pagkakaroon nila ng mandatory payment. Pangalawa po dito, yung PhilHealth Crisis Act. Ito ay integrated din sa batas na final Honorable Kimbo. And number 3, yung special provisions of the budget. We will be adopting the recommendation of the Honorable Kimbo, subject to style, to the committee report so that it will be submitted. So ito po ay hindi lamang report.
Amendments on the Universal Healthcare Act.
Yes, Section 10 of the Universal Healthcare Act. So hindi lamang to report ng pag-file ng kaso, pero kasama na rin po dito ay 3 legislasyon na itinutulak natin na binanggit ko kanina. OFW, yung pong ating Crisis Act or yung Emergency Powers, at pangatlo ay yung amendment at special provisions ng budget, which we all support. So with that, there is a motion duly seconded, there being no objection. We approve the committee report on the PhilHealth investigation, including the prescribed legislation on this matter. Motion duly seconded, there being objection, the motion is approved. On the part of the Committee on Public Accounts.
Sa parte po ng Blue Ribbon Committee o Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, inaaprobahan po namin ang committee report na ito.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga miyembro ng ating Committee ng Public Accounts, Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability. Sa inyo po lahat, next week po, ang sisimulan na po natin yung panawagan ng ating Pangulo na dapat by December yung mga telco natin maayos na. So by next week, we will call for a committee hearing. Magkaroon po tayo ng briefing on the improvement of telecom signals in our country, which includes the NTC, DICT, at yung mga private proponents po ng telco. So sa inyo po lahat, maraming salamat.
Mr. Chair, before you adjourn, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Committee on Public Accounts and the Committee on Good Government for a job well done. After all the many hearings that you have conducted, during the pandemic, we were able to come out with a good committee report. And with that, Mr. Chair, ay mabuhay ang 18th Congress. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so much, Honorable Fernandez, Honorable Kimbo. Chairman Alvarado.
Mr. Chair, ako ay nagpapasalamat sa ating mga miyembro, sa lahat po ng umattend ngayong araw na ito dito sa Batasang Pambansa. Kasama na po sa lahat ng members ng Good Government and Public Accountability o Blue Ribbon Committee na nasa Zoom at yung iba po nanonood sa Facebook, sa ating mga kababayan, sa patuloy niyo po na pagsubaybay at pakikialam. Mas mabuti po na alam natin kung ano ang nangyayari dito sa ating bansa para hindi po tayo nagugulat. At sa lahat po ng mga tiwali, umasa po kayo na hahabulin po namin kayo sa Committee ng Good Government and Public Accountability, kasama po ang Committee ng Public Accounts.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank former Speaker Alan Cayetano for allowing us to conduct these hearings, and of course Speaker Lord Velasco, in fact, to have had this scheduled meeting today